Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's 2017 American Silver Eagle Annual Sales Report. Let's take a look. American Silver Eagle sales fall to their lowest level since 2007. American Silver Eagle sales were 18,065,500 in 2017. The U.S. Mint did manage to sell 742,000 American Silver Eagles in December. However, the 2017 total of just over 18 million was the lowest American Silver Eagle sales total since 2007's 9.887 million American Silver Eagles sold. 2017 American Silver Eagle sales were down 52.1% from 2016 sales of 37.7 million and down nearly 62% from the record sales in 2015 of 47 million. The silver to gold sales ratio of American Silver Eagles to 1 ounce American Gold Eagles was 79-1 in 2017, and that ratio was 19.5-1 in December. Let's take a look at some of the charts. If you go to the Smaulgld website, you will see these charts a lot better. I'll leave a link below, or just go to smaulgld.com. Here you can see the American Silver Eagle sales by month. It was only a good January. January was on par with other Januaries in prior recent years, where the American Silver Eagle sold in excess of 35 and 40 million per year. However, as February approached, and March, April, and May, and the year wore on, we saw that the U.S. Mint only managed 2 other months in which the sales of American Silver Eagles topped 2 million. Let's take a look, though, and give that in comparison to 2016. Now, 2016 was looking to be another record year following 2015's 47 million. Indeed, through the first 4 months of the year, 5 months of the year, it definitely looked like the U.S. Mint was going to sell well over 50, perhaps even 60 million American Silver Eagles. And so you can see the blue here, the U.S. Mint sold nearly 6 million in January in 2016, over 4 million in February, over 4 million in March, over 4 million in April, over 4 million in May. It was indeed on a record pace. And then you can see what happens in the blue, and that carried through into 2017. The sales decelerated, and compare that now to 2017. 2017 January started off strong, but no month other than July managed to top the month sales of 2016. And even by the second half of the year, 2016's lower totals, the U.S. Mint 2017 American Silver Eagle sales were even lower. December was a bit of a shine in that it was higher than last December. However, as we'll see in a sec, as far as Decembers go, yes, it was better than 2016, but it was the lowest December sales total since 1998. So while sales were up in December versus last year was one of the worst years in the entire history of American Silver Eagle production. Now, part of that reason for low December sales last year was the sales were not good at the second half of the year, so the U.S. Mint looks like they shut down. The fact that sales rose to 742,000 at the end of 2017 does indicate that there was some stirring in the market, and we may again see sales, we don't have those numbers yet, pick up in January. But remember, January is not going to tell us much about the year, because most authorized purchasers, they put it in a healthy order in January, and then they wait and see. If they sell out that healthy order, they don't want to be caught short without the latest year coins. But if they don't sell out that inventory, then you'll see that the February and March numbers, the restocking will not be that great. So we're not really going to get a sense of what the market is when we get the January numbers, unless the numbers are so high that would indicate that the dealers think that 2018 is going to be a big year. Now, the price of silver has risen the last 2 years, although it's been a very tepid rise, given the dramatic fall of silver from 50 down to under $15 a couple of years ago. It has managed to claw back to $17, and it remains there as of this broadcast in early January 2018. So here are the American Silver Eagle sales annually, and the thing about the American Silver Eagle is that it really took the financial crisis of 2008 to really pick up in American Silver Eagle sales. They were always selling under 10 million for the most part. In 2008, this 19.6 million, most of those sales were in the last 3 months of the year. And then in 2009 and 2010, you started to see the pickup in American Silver Eagles. And from 2012 to 2015, this period here was really a result of incessant attention on the fact that silver had dropped so much and that it was cheap and undervalued compared to gold. And whether it's cheap or undervalued compared to gold, it was indeed cheap. These are the years when silver was moved under $20 an ounce and stayed there. So bargains were picked up in this area here. And it looks like interest was lost in silver. Part of it was due to perhaps somewhat of a rise in price. Part of it was due to people holding on to these coins that they bought in this period. And then, of course, you have the crypto craze, which took some dollars away from retail silver. Now, the Silver Eagle Premium, this is a chart I started back in 2015. You can see the big peak in premiums, nearly a 50% peak, 50% premium peak in American Silver Eagles when effectively the U.S. Mint ran out of silver blanks to print Silver Eagles on. And so the remaining coins, that was in the record year, that were available for sale were often marked up to 50% on APMEX. Interestingly enough, of course, that number the percentage has come down as we've seen the demand come down and the numbers come down, but we did see a bit of a boost in December. You could see here, and it looks like the premiums went up and they dropped a bit, probably because the U.S. Mint had a top-up of 720,000 coins out to authorized purchasers, which allowed the premiums to come down a bit. So we'll keep a close eye on this. There may be some stirring in the market at the end of December. We'll see what the initial January numbers are out. Probably today. Today is January. What is today? Today the 4th? I believe today is the 3rd. We'll take a look at that and see where they are. If you're interested in buying American Silver Eagles, you can do so through the links on the Smaulgld site or the links below this BitChute and YouTube. Smaulgld does make a small commission. However, you pay no more, no less than if you visited those sites directly. So if you click on the links, you'll be taken directly to BGSC, Golden Eagle Coins, SD Bullion, or Money Metals Exchange. You can compare pricing and shipping at those sites. Not investment advice to buy gold or silver, but if you're going to do so and you've done your research, please consider helping the site out and doing so through the Smaulgld site. Also, if you're interested in helping the Smaulgld site out, you can donate via PayPal, you can become a patron, or donate via Litecoin or Bitcoin. Now let's look at the silver to gold sales ratio. This is a good chart to look at. Before 2000, the U.S. Mint was basically, I would say, a gold shop. The silver coins were not really selling. They were really cheap then. Remember, silver was under $10 an ounce. But the gold was what took the big interest of the collector investor at the U.S. Mint when they first came out with the gold coins. The silver coins didn't really pick up until recent years in comparison to gold. And you could see they hit their low. In 1998-99, when people were concerned about Y2K, gold was the go-to metal. And you could see here, they were selling almost as many gold eagles as they were silver eagles. In 2000 came, the silver to gold sales ratio rose, but not because the silver sales spiked, but more because the interest in gold waned when there was no crisis in the year 2000 when the computers clicked over. But you do see here is 106 in 2014. This is when silver was cheap and still is cheap, but gold had fallen out of favor in some respects because gold hit its peak in this area here, 2008, 2009, early 2010, when people were most concerned about the financial crisis. And then as people continue to be concerned, not just about the financial crisis, but more about the debt and the things that were going on in the United States with the economy, people did move into silver at much bigger numbers. Now, the number was 79 to 1 in 2017. That doesn't reflect as much of a rush into silver like these 2 years, 2014 and 15. We had large sales of silver. This just reflects lower sales of gold compared to silver. Now, the gold-silver ratio, gold rose 13% against the dollar in 2017, and silver rose 7%. And as a result, the gold-silver ratio rose this year. You can see it right there. It hit almost 80 to 1 during the year. 79.63 was the high. It closed around 77 to 1. Now, there's some charts on the gold-silver ratio. You can compare them on a 1-year, 5-year, 10-year, long-term ratio at the website on Smaulgld.com. Also, if you want to see gold price and silver price versus world currencies, we have those in the YouTube, a BitChute, and also on the Smaulgld site. So you can see, interestingly enough, while gold rose 13% against the dollar, it was down 1% against the euro. So gold strength in 2017 was more of a function of dollar weakness than it was gold strength. And silver actually declined against many world currencies in 2017. And that about does it. Tomorrow we'll have the American Gold Eagle sales update and the American Gold Buffalo sales update. Then we'll have the Perth Mint annual sales, the Perth Mint annual gold and silver sales. We'll try to get the Austrian Mint, the Canadian Mint numbers, the Mexican Mint numbers. We'll do the whole roundup, and then we'll take those numbers and those charts. We'll tie them all into a 2017 Smaulgld silver report, which should be available in the early part of this year. And then we also have coming up, we have the Indian gold and silver imports and the Chinese Shanghai Gold Exchange numbers and the People's Bank of China gold reserve numbers. So please remember to subscribe to Smaulgld, to this channel, and also to give it a like or a thumbs up. Thank you very much.